Hello, my name is Chris Willett. I'm a freelance court reporter in central Wisconsin, as well as the immediate past president of the Wisconsin Court Reporters Association. With me today is Mary Brzezinski, the current president of Wisconsin Court Reporters Association, an official court reporter in Taylor County in Medford, Wisconsin, as well as the District 9 floating court reporter. Our court reporter today is Lisa Weber, official court reporter in Taylor County, as well as a freelance court reporter. And last but certainly not least, the Honorable Gary Carlson, Taylor County Circuit Court Judge from 1980 to 2008, currently serving as a reserve judge for the state of Wisconsin. On behalf of the Wisconsin Court Reporters Association, we welcome you to today's event. Our mission today is to show to you the efficiencies, functionality, and value of using a real-time court reporter in your daily efforts to more efficiently manage your tasks on the bench. First of all, I'd like to explain what you see going on behind me. That is known as real-time court reporting. It is the highest level of service that you can expect from a certified real-time court reporter, and it represents the ultimate in electronic transcripts because it is live and it is also interactive. As you can see, seconds after I've spoken the words, they appear on the screen. What's happening is Lisa is writing on a computerized stenograph machine, which captures her strokes on the keyboard. The machine then sends them to a translating computer. The translating computer has the reporter's customized electronic database, which matches the strokes with the database entries and translates them into English. The words are then placed in a file. The translating computer, on a continuous basis, then transmits the ever-expanding file to the computers controlled by the judge and the attorneys, who can then see the text on their computer, similar to what you see behind me now. The software running on the judge's computer typically has the ability to annotate, mark a line of interest, or do simple searches while the testimony is being continuously added to the electronic file. You can typically stop scrolling the text if you want to review something, and then, with the simple stroke of the keyboard, return to the live text feed. As amazing as all of this technology is, the most amazing piece of the puzzle is the court reporter. As opposed to the rest of the setup with hardware and software that can only do what they are programmed to do, the court reporter has to be skilled enough to write virtually anything that is said, even if they have never heard the word before. It takes years of training and practice and constant refinement of the reporter's writing theory, as well as modifications to their dictionary to achieve the ultimate result. Taylor County is a small rural county, but they have not let that stop them from being an extremely high-tech courtroom. The technology available in this courtroom allows the judge, counsel, litigants, and those present in the gallery to view the proceedings instantaneously. They provide equal access to all in compliance with the Americans with Disabilities Act as well as the Telecommunications Act. They have monitors stationed not only at the judge's desk, the attorney's desk, but also the jury box, the witness box, as well as 2 large plasma screens placed in the viewing gallery. Not only does real-time reporting allow instant access to the text for you, it also provides the valuable service to the deaf and hard of hearing. The Americans with Disabilities Act, as well as the Telecommunications Act, provides that equal access be given to anyone wishing to participate in the legal proceedings, including citizens who wish to serve as jurors. Using a real-time court reporter every day addresses this issue and allows the court to focus on the pressing issues at hand. At this point, I would like to introduce to you the Honorable Gary Carlson and Mary Brzezinski, who will give you a brief overview of the system. They will include the procedures involved in connecting, some of the brief commands that can be used while using the system, and what is available from the state for any judge who wishes to use the system. Gary and Mary?
Hello, my name is Gary Carlson. For 28 years, I served as circuit judge here in Taylor County, Wisconsin. I served from 1980 to 2008. Beginning in the late 1980s, however, a new technology developed that revolutionized the way I handled my courtroom. It was called real-time reporting. My original goal when I first heard about real-time reporting was totally selfish. It was going to be a tool for me. I thought it would be a way where I could get a more accurate understanding of the proceedings as they were occurring in the courtroom. I thought it would help me rule on objections because if I wanted to, I could look back and see precisely what the question was when an objection was made. I thought it would help me as well to become a better note taker, because what real-time reporting did is it provided me an instantaneous transcript of what was being said in the courtroom. As time went on, however, I found that it had far greater uses than just my own. With the Americans with Disabilities Act, it provided a means of providing a way to give access to what was going on in the courtroom to witnesses, to jurors, to attorneys, to parties involved in the lawsuit, and to the gallery. I remember very clearly a proceeding we had in court one day when a lady came up afterwards and said to me and to my court reporter, "This is the first time I really understood what was going on in the courtroom." And she was amazed by the ability of the court reporter to take everything down and get it up on a screen, and wanted to know how it was done. Oftentimes, when I've talked to judges and lawyers about real-time court reporting and providing that real-time reporting to witnesses and to jurors and to the gallery, they ask me, well, isn't it distracting for the jurors in a courtroom to be able to look at a transcript? Don't they just fixate on the transcript and that's all they'll look at? And the answer to that is clearly no. Witnesses are as commanding to jurors before and after real time. But one thing I have noticed is that sometimes when you have a soft-spoken witness, or perhaps a child witness who just mumbles or murmurs, and only the court reporter seems to be able to hear and understand what is being said, the attorneys, the jurors, and the gallery will turn to the screens and look to see what was being said. It helps everybody understand more. But for judges, what is really valuable with real time today is the fact that it provides a means to immediately review what was said and what is going on in the courtroom. It does help when you have to respond to objections, to be able to look at the question as it was precisely phrased, to rule on it. It makes transcripts available for adjourned proceedings. Not everything is done in 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Sometimes we have to go to second, third, or fourth days in proceedings. Yet I have the transcripts for those proceedings available to me to review. One of the greatest advances to me was with issue coding, where I can determine what the issues are going to be, maybe what the elements of the offense happen to be in a trial. And I can code those issues so that as testimony is presented, I can, with just a touch of the finger, mark that particular text as applying to this particular issue. I used to take notes the way all judges seem to have taken notes for centuries, on pads of paper, yellow pads. And I'd have huge pages, reams of notes that virtually were difficult to consolidate and to coordinate. With issue coding, as a proceeding went on and I could code the testimony to each individual issue, at the close of the proceeding, or perhaps at a motion to dismiss after the presentation of a plaintiff's case for failure to satisfy one of the elements, I could bring up a report on all of the testimony that dealt with that element or that issue and rule on that motion. All of my note-taking eventually became computerized and was done on the computer. And I took virtually no notes on paper anymore. The advantages to a court reporter for real time, I think, are obvious. It provides the court reporter, after he or she becomes good enough at real time and has a dictionary large enough to satisfy what's going on in court, to have almost an instant transcript at the close of the proceedings. Their editing process can be much more quick than it was in the past, certainly when they were dictating and somebody was transcribing. There is a downside to court reporters for real time, and that's the learning curve. In the past, what court reporters would do is they would listen phonetically to what was being said. And all they wanted to do was get it down phonetically on their machine. After the court proceedings were done, the court reporter would then go back and then read what he or she had written and then change it to the appropriate spellings for the various words. For example, a very simple word to, that can be T-O, it can be T-W-O, or it can be T-O-O. Well, in the past, the court reporter would simply take that into consideration, write one symbol for whatever it was, and then when they went back to their office, that's when they went through the intellectual process of determining which to was actually meant in that context. But now with real-time reporting, the court reporter at the time the word is being spoken has to be able to make that intellectual distinction and change the writing style to accommodate the appropriate word. Now, doing so gives them that advantage. They have virtually a nearly completed transcript when they leave the courtroom at the end of a proceeding. But it takes a while for court reporters to develop that expertise. And that's where the job of a judge becomes very important, because you have to be a partner with your reporter while that learning curve is being worked on. You have to be able to, as a judge, to control the proceedings so that when you see the reporter is having trouble or is slowing down, you've got to slow things down a bit. But it doesn't last forever. It goes quickly, and if you support your court reporter, it will happen very quickly. It did not take long for me as a judge to find that real-time reporting was indispensable to my job. Every now and then, reporters decide to go on vacation. I don't understand why. They should always be there at my beck and call because I am the commander of the courtroom. But sometimes they go on vacation or they have to take sick leave, and I would get another reporter who would come in. And my very first question to that reporter was always, do you do real time? And if they did not, I was clearly disappointed in that answer. Real time is a tool for judges. Yes, if all our job is to make a record and get something to go to the Court of Appeals, I suppose we can do a video transcript or an audio transcript. But the real value in real time is the added value it gives you as a judge in having an immediate transcript available to you to use in the courtroom, to mark testimony, to issue code, to block text and print it out for part of your decision. That is the value of real-time reporting that you will never get from an audio or a video recording. I strongly encourage you, if you have the opportunity, look further into real-time reporting. Encourage your court reporter, if you have one, to do real-time. In fact, insist on it. And then do what you have to do as a judge to make sure that your reporter has the opportunity to become skilled at court reporting in real time. And you will never be disappointed by that choice.
Hello, my name is Mary Brzezinski, and I'm the current president of the Wisconsin Court Reporters Association. I'd like to thank Judge Gary Carlson for his wonderful presentation. I think he said it all, and I really have nothing to add. As he said, the judge is the commander in the courtroom, and as such, he controls the activities. But his court reporter is a very important part of the teamwork that goes on in the courtroom. And we think that as a team, a real-time team, working together makes all the difference in how the translation goes down and how the proceedings go in your courtrooms. We are very fortunate here in Wisconsin that CCAP provides hardware, computer hardware, for our judges in the courtroom. And they also provide the software needed to run the real-time translation in the courtroom for the judges. That's CaseView. It's very valuable, and we hope that you'll give it a try. On behalf of the Wisconsin Court Reporters Association, I would like to thank the Director of State Courts offices for giving us this opportunity to make this presentation. We wish you all the best as you take the bench, and we wish you very good luck, and we wish you great real time. Thank you very much.
You should know that the Wisconsin Court Reporters Association is continually involved in educating both our members as well as the bar and judicial staff of the benefits of using real-time reporting in court proceedings as well as the discovery process of litigation. I'm sure you are aware of the alleged benefits, and yes, I do say the alleged benefits, of using digital audio recording. While we strongly disagree with the use of audio tape systems, we are aware that you are given a choice. We strongly urge you to give real-time reporting a try. I am confident that you too will see the value that this system adds to the judicial system. As an association, we are eager to be a part of the team creating the most high-end, user-friendly, and efficient system available to the users of the judicial system here in the state of Wisconsin. Please feel free to contact any of us for additional questions or concerns. You can find our contact information at our association website, www.wicourtreporters.org. Thank you very much for your time. Enjoy your conference.